Hello traders, welcome again to Trade Forex with Gabe. This is your weekly Forex forecast for July 24th through to July the 28th. My name is Gabriel Ujimado, and I'll be taking you through to the best market setups and economic outlook and how to prepare for the week ahead. As always, I would like to start off with the economic calendar for the week. And the week promises to be a very explosive week, very volatile week, if you understand what that means. We're looking at several interest rate decisions, I think about 3 for the week. Starting off with flash PMIs from Monday across Europe and also on the United States dollar, we will see a series of high impact news, the PMI news data will be flooding the markets on Monday. On Tuesday, we have consumer confidence index, which will be on Tuesday, and then the first interest rate decision, which will affect the USD. This is the FOMC interest rate decisions. And we also have a very important news, which is the CPI data to affect the Australian dollar. So we will be looking at all of this, and I advise, of course, you try to plan your trade around this high impact news, especially for the FOMC that will be coming out on Wednesday. I will be giving you the possible scenario in case we're having if it's coming out hotter than expected or cooler than expected. We will be looking at both scenarios in case we have a stronger dollar or a weaker dollar. I will be looking at that, I think, in the last analysis for the day. On Thursday, we also have interest rate decision. That's the main refinancing rate affecting the euro. We will also like to plan our trades around this. So I will be showing you my best trades, but of course you need to put or factor all of this into the play for the week. And then on Friday, we have BOJ interest rate decision. That's the monetary policy statement. We also have its very strong news to affect the Japanese yen. Of course, you know, for the past 2 weeks or so now, I've been staying away from trading the Japanese yen because we've had it weakening over the past months. So I'm still staying away from it because I believe a massive correction could be coming anytime soon. And then we have German prelim CPI to affect the euro, and then core PCE price index on the dollar, employment cost index, and revised UOM consumer statement. So these are the highest impact news for the week. From Monday, starting on Wednesday, we'll have FOMC, and then on Thursday, we have the euro refinancing rate, and then on Japanese yen, that's the monetary policy statement from the affecting the yen. So take this into consideration. The week is definitely going to be very volatile, but then we still have some good opportunities we'll be analyzing as it goes. So let's jump in on the currency strength outlook. And of course, again, we see the Swiss franc coming out strongest for the week. Euro also gaining in strength. We saw some loss in strength for Great Britain pound, but then we will still see. We see Canadian dollar falling between neutral, bullish to neutral, on the bullish neutral zone. Well, I still have some signals around this. We will be considering that. We saw the dollar, you know, made some retracement into the week, but then on Wednesday, we will be having the FOMC to determine if the dollar is going to strengthen or is going to weaken even further. Then my best bets, we have Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. So I will be looking majorly to trade this. These are going to be my best bets: Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar against Swiss franc and euro. And then we also have GBP. Well, this is how they play out if we're going to put them side by side, comparing them from what happened the previous week, which is July 17th to 24th, putting it together with what we see in forward basis perspective for the week ahead. So you'll see that Swiss franc from the previous week just dropped by 1 point. From 4.8, it moved to 4.7, still retaining some strength. And then we see euro making from 3.2 to 2.2, and then we see the pound sterling losing even more strength from 3.2 to 0.9 because of the news that we had last week. Okay. And then Canadian dollar moved from 2.0 to, well, this is more or less bullish to neutral, as I must say. And then we have the dollar. You see how it strengthened from negative 3.0, strengthened up to negative 0.6. We have Australian dollar moving from 0.6, moving even further downwards, minus 1.0. We also see New Zealand moving from bullish to neutral to negative zone of negative 2.4. So this Australian dollar, New Zealand is coming out top of my priority for the week. And I'll be matching them up with more Swiss franc, GBP, and euro. So my top priority trades for the week, I have it here. So that's on Swiss franc pairs. I'll be looking to go short on CAD Swiss franc, Australian Swiss franc, New Zealand Swiss franc. I'll be looking to go short on all of them. On euro pair, I'll look to go short on euro AUD, euro NZD, euro CAD. Look to go long. Yes, I said long. And then on GBP pairs, looking to go long on GBP AUD, GBP NZD, GBP CAD. Don't forget we have interest rate decision around the euro. Don't forget this, yes, as you plan your trade, and we will be looking at that. And then, of course, we have interest rate decision also on USD. So we will be looking, I will be, in a case we have a weaker dollar, my best play will be to short USD CHF. Okay, this will be the best play. But in a case the interest rate comes out hotter than expected, then I will be looking to short AUD USD or NZD USD, if you understand what I mean. So there are two scenarios on this particular scenario, trading the dollar interest rate, that is FOMC on Wednesday. So let's jump right in on the charts to see exactly how these trades are panning out. Starting with Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. This dollar has been one good performing pair, smashing all of our targets, and it took out the last target we predicted, which is to take out the last low. You can see it. That's the 0.6480 level. Now we had that retracement. I expected this retracement to pull back at least up to the 38.2 Fibonacci level, but it didn't get to that level. It got to 23.6, and we're beginning to see we're beginning to see a sell-off again. So if we continue to see that sell-off and we see price take out the last low, I'll be looking to short all the way to 0.6433 level. So in a case I enter here, of course, I have my trading strategies. In a case I have further retracements, even up to the 61.8 level, entering here won't be a situation for me. Okay, so this is one of my good trades. I would like to go short on this big time. Okay, into the week. Next on Swiss franc is Australian dollar, Swiss franc, Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Let's pull it out here. So there it is. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. I'll be looking to go short on it. Now it took out our target exactly where we predicted from the last week, but once something happened exactly when it get to that target, see how price pulled up, and it's got this pin bar around the 61.8 fifth level. So exactly at that level, we began to see this sell-off again. So I will look for further downside on Australian dollar, Swiss franc, a major more sell-off into the 0.5720 level. If you see the bigger picture, you see we still have more room to the downside, and this is why, and the currency strength meter is also supporting that there will be more sell-off on Australian dollar, Swiss franc to the downside. Next on the list is New Zealand Swiss franc. Let's look for it. New Zealand Swiss franc. There it is. So New Zealand Swiss franc, I'm looking to go short on this. We started selling off last week after this massive pull up from the previous from last week. Okay, that's previous week. Okay, so we expected price at least to take out the low from there. It did take it out and also continue to descend. So into the week, I will look for price to sell off into the 0.5300 level, and further extension, if price breaks past this level, we will be looking at it descending up to the 0.5260 level. So if you look at the bigger picture, now the target is gotten from this level, so we expect price to take out the last low, which is the initial one I gave you, 0.5300, and the further extension to 0.5260 level. So that's for NZD Swiss franc, and that's the pairs my best setups for Swiss franc strong strength, and then New Zealand weakness and Australian dollar weakness. So you can choose for yourself which one you best like to trade. So let's look at euro. Let's jump onto the euro strength scenarios, and we'll start with euro AUD. So on euro AUD, don't forget we have interest rate decision on this pair. So what does that portend for us? So I'm not looking to short this pair at all. I will just rather look for buying opportunities into the 1.6665 level. Okay, I will look for that particular scenario. This price is structured to the upside. If you can see how we've been creating new highs and new higher lows, new higher highs, new higher lows. If you look at this point, you will see we taking out the last high. So I expect price to still to continue to push even higher up to the last high of 1.6665. But don't forget, prior to the interest rate decision, we could have some sell-off. One interesting thing is that in the descent, we didn't see price break the last low. So any correction into this level will be a good place to look for long position, especially if the interest rate decision favors the euro. So this is euro Australian dollar. Next on the list is euro NZD. Euro NZD, let's pull it up. So euro NZD, again, nice structure to the upside. Look at that. We've been trading this for some time now. We anticipated price to take out the last high. If you recall, I think we traded this last week. Price indeed gave us that take profit and even broke even higher. So at the level we are, you saw that descent after touching our take profit level. Look at that. We now had that nice retracement into the fib level. Okay, it retraced into the 38.2 level. It didn't get to the 50 level, and we began to see that rally again. So if you are to use the fib expansion tool, we expect price to rally up to a new high of 1.8289 level, and this corresponds to the upper boundary of this channel. So I'm looking for new highs on this trade, euro NZD. Fantastic setup for me. I will jump right in, I believe, as soon as the market opens up. All right, let's look at euro Canadian dollar. Euro Canadian dollar, we have it here. And this is another interesting setup. We rallied, made some new highs, and then we saw market correcting into the last support, last resistance level. You saw how we broke out from that. Now we're making a retest on that level. So I expect price to still pull up higher, but this is not as good for me as compared to Euro AUD, Euro NZD. Okay, but you can see that this is a fantastic setup. So if we begin to see some bullish setup here, like price begins to give us some bullish breakout or bullish setup, then this becomes a confirmation. So let me give you a little bit of an insight how I would trade this. So when I begin to see bullish breakouts on this away from this channel, this would be a good entry point for me. So for now, I will just wait for that what do you call it, that confirmation. So something like this. If I see price break above the last high, this would be a confirmation for me to go long, because a break above this high will also mean a break out from this channel down pattern. And you know, I trade channels. Channel is one of my best trade setups. Okay, so this is my trade, how I would like to trade euro Canadian dollar. All right, so let's look at moving on to Great Britain pound setups, and we will start with GBP AUD. GBP AUD, fantastic. Last week we failed to make any push higher because of the news we had from that affected the Great Britain. I think it was the CPI data. I can't remember exactly now, but we had a very high impact news that affected pound sterling last week, and we saw that sell off. You remember, if you recall, last week I showed you that we're trading within a channel, but don't be surprised if price makes a sell off into this low. If you recall, please, you can watch the video and you will see I warned us that price potentially will make a retest on this point, exactly this point, and we saw that happening. So right now we're geared up for new rallies, and I like this setup a lot. GBP AUD, if you look at the daily time frame, really nice setup, the structure to the upside. So I'm looking for new rallies to the upside, and my target will be for price to take out the last high. So if you want to be conservative, maybe you want to set first target here. All right, price to target here, which is the first target 1.9271, and a break above that level will give us new highs to 1.9387 level. Okay, that's Great Britain pound, Australian dollar. Let's look at GBP NZD. GBP NZD. And this is another nice trade for me because I see price is just respecting the boundaries of this channel setup. So we've been testing the upper boundary, the lower boundary, upper boundary, lower boundary. And of course, this is a channel up pattern. So a textbook test of an upper boundary and lower boundary is already giving us that structure to the upside. And you can see we're having that higher highs and higher lows. So price to take out this last high should give us an extension to 2.0981 level. We still have more room to the upside to the upper boundary of this channel, and that will be a break from this entire channel we're seeing. This will give us new rally targets towards this bigger channel that is to the upper boundary of it. So this is what it looks like on D1, but then I look forward to a rally towards 2.0981 level. GBP NZD. Now let's look at the last one on GBP pairs, which is GBP Canadian dollar. Look at that correction into the 61.8 level. Now look at this. We had that rally, and then we expected this correction, and that correction came due to the news from last week. I can't remember exactly the name of that news, what data was released, but it's greatly affected pound sterling, and we didn't have that rally to our targets, which is 1.744. All right, but good thing is that we anticipated a drop on to this level, and it got exactly to that point. As soon as the week began, remember, if you need to watch that video, watch it. We got this, and we expected price to give us some retracement either to the 38.50 or 61 level. It smashed through all of that, but it found the support exactly at the 61.8 level. So going into the week, I'll look to go long on this pair. Even if we can take out the last high, let's give us the level. Price taking out the last high, which would be the 1.7326 level. This would be a fantastic profit level, which is over 340 pips to the upside. GBP Canadian dollar. So let's switch on to US pairs now. US pair, we'll start off with USD Swiss franc. And on USD Swiss franc, we're looking for a weak dollar. All right, so there are two scenarios, as I said, when we're analyzing the currency strength meter. In a case we have a weaker dollar, this is the best pair I will look to short. So I'm still expecting further correction either to the 38 or to the 50 or to the 61.8 fib retracement level. This would be a good place for me to start looking to go short on this particular pair. But in a case we have a stronger dollar, I wouldn't even touch this at all. So I will look to trade the other pairs that we analyzed. Okay, so for now, look for more further correction prior to Wednesday FOMC. Any correction into this level, and we have the announcement giving us a weaker dollar, this would be a fantastic point to look to go short towards the 0.85653 level. And then in a case we have a stronger dollar, I have another scenario or play for me or for everyone. Okay, so I'll be looking to short NZD USD. So the first one is NZD USD. So in a case we have a stronger dollar, so base currency should go lower. So this would be my play in a case we have a stronger dollar. You can see that we had a fake out at this level, so this was a false breakout, and then we had that come back into the trade channel. So a stronger dollar, we'll see New Zealand dollar crash even further towards the 0.6049 level. And my second play, in a case you are using the correlation analysis to select your pair, next pair will be Australian dollar USD. Okay, this is another play I would like to go short on in a case we have stronger dollar. So consistently we've been having this the channel hold strong, and price has failed to break above the upper boundary. If you look closely, this is looking more like a double top failure to break to the upside. So I will look forward to selling to short this particular pair in the case we have a stronger dollar. So first target, in case you want to be conservative, first target will be price to take out the last low. So let's go back to H4. All right, so this will be my first target. In a case we have a stronger dollar, I will look to sell Australian dollar, which for the week is presenting to be weak. So this is 0.6728 we closed for the last week. Into the week, I would love to sell off to the 0.6600 level. So this should be fair enough profit, about 126 pips to the downside. All right, traders, this is it from my desk. I trust you will be able to apply your risk management and entry strategies to all of this analysis. As always, I would like to hear your feedback. In the case you would like me to make a specific video to your interest and all of that, I would like to get your feedback. Why not refer this to a friend who just piqued interest in Forex trading, struggling with their trades? I trust this analysis will do them good. Okay, until next time, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and wish you successful trading week ahead. Bye-bye.